Hello, welcome back, boys and girls. Today we have another remarkable story. Today's book is called The Acorn and the Oak, written by Rhonda Accardo. Now, this wonderful story is about a sweet little girl, a mother, and the love of an old oak tree. Now, this adventure takes us on a journey into a forest, sharing all the beauties within. Now, let's see what happens. Let's get started. There was an old dirt road that led to a forest, and the forest was big and beautiful, and the sun peeked through the leaves and branches of the trees. Each leaf was trimmed in gold, catching sunlight along its edges. And in early summer, the rains formed large puddles. If you look closely, you could spot small brown tadpoles in the warm water and the bits of green algae in which they hid. Now the young girl knew the way by heart. Her feet sank in the mud-lined puddles, which felt like silk between her toes. She didn't need shoes where she was going, for the path was smooth, worn over time by those who visited the woods. Deep in the forest, the path led to a beautiful old oak tree. A few younger oaks and saplings grew nearby, but none as majestic as the great oak. Now the girl and her mother often made the long walk through the woods to visit the old tree, which the girl had grown to love. And the animals of the forest loved it too. Hummingbirds flew in and out of its branches to nest hidden beneath the leaves. Squirrels chased one another, jumping from limb to limb as if they had wings. And robins brought worms to chirping babies with their mouths open wide. They all called the great oak home. It was their fortress. And the tree loved life, and life loved the tree back. Many stories were shared beneath the old tree, where the girl and it seemed the animals listened carefully. Now, one day, the girl asked, "How did the tree get so big?" And the girl's mother told her, "A long time ago, there were two great oaks. A storm moved in and took one of the trees down. And over time, the remaining oak grew bigger and stronger, as if to fill the hole left by the falling tree. And as they sat at the foot of the great oak, the girl filled her pockets with acorns and asked, 'Where did they come from?' 'They fell from the oak trees. Some are taken by the squirrels and buried until winter when the squirrels are short on food, and the others take roots and grow into young trees.' 'Like this?' the girl asked, pointing at two of the younger oaks. 'Yes,' her mother replied. 'There used to be six of them, but through the years, life storms took all but two. All of this? She said, pointing at the smaller siblings. Are from the two great oaks that once grew here? And the young girl smiled and said, "Their family. Yeah, their family." "Yes," said the mother. "The smaller trees grow in and around the older tree, molded and shaped forever by the great oak and by the other oak that once stood there. A big and strong tree like the great oak will affect all growth around it for many years after it is gone." Over the years, as the young girl grew, she failed to see that the oak tree and the forest were growing older too. Now time brought age, and wind and rain. Disease also began to take its toll on the great oak. But all the girl could see was beauty and how full of life the tree still was. And the tree hid its scars well. Now the acorns that had taken root continued to grow into new saplings, and the saplings were now young trees, and the younger trees grew bigger and stronger. Each new tree grew up and around the aging oak as if to protect it. Now, one winter, when the nights were long and the days were short, the girl and her mother put on their winter coats, boots, and woolen mittens and walked to the forest. Fresh snow crunched with each step. And as they came to the center of the forest, the sky was shining brightly through a large clearing in the trees. Across the forest floor lay the great old oak. Tears stung the girl's red cheeks as she ran to hug the tree. "No, no, no," she sobbed, not wanting to believe what she saw or how heavy her heart felt. The forest felt bare, and the other trees that surrounded them looked sad, and the whole forest felt out of place and wrong. Even the silence seemed loud. The girl's mother wrapped her arm around the girl's shoulders, now level with her own, and they stood by the tree's side until the tears stopped. "Of all the trees in the forest," a mother began, "it is the oak tree that is known for its beauty and its strength. An oak is beautiful standing alone in fields or in a yard with a swing hanging from its branches, but it's never so beautiful as in a forest surrounded by trees, like a village full of friends and family who have watched it grow." Now, these smaller oaks all come from the great oak. They are part of the old tree and in time will grow to fill in the space where it once stood. Now, they've always been shaped by the tree's presence, and the same will hold true even now with the hole that is left behind. The entire forest will feel the loss, but be stronger because it was once here. The girl was full of sadness, but when she would go back to the forest, it would still be full of her favorite memories. The younger trees and saplings would grow to form a new canopy in the tops of the trees, and the animals would still visit. Some would sit on the branches of the younger trees, and others would find a place to build a home within the heart of the fallen oak. The forest would never be the same again, and yet, on the forest floor, hidden beneath the trees and snow, was an acorn. As long as there were acorns and saplings, the great oak would always be part of the forest. Wow, what a remarkable, remarkable story. Now, boys and girls, hear the family of the great oaks. Beautiful pictures, drawings by the children and grandchildren of Aunt Norma, the great oak. Thank you for joining us again for this wonderful story time. We thank you for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you soon. Bye.